I'm so weird, bro. Damn, why can't I just be a little bit more normal? If you hear the microwave, it's because I'm heating up food my mom made for me. I can make my own food now. Is it gonna be better than my mom's cooking? We both know the answer is a harsh no. Not a soft no, a harsh no. I never felt comfortable eating food while watching Rotten Mango, but I feel more comfortable eating food while watching Miss Mango Butt because she's talking about a show. It's not actually real, even though the mask girl is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna cat to you, bro. This shit is intense, and we're gonna watch the show after this too. So I don't know if this is, I was already massively spoiled though, wasn't I, with the first part? Chop asked for part 2, and I kind of want to know. It's okay though, because I'm gonna watch the show anyways, just so I can visually see everything Stephanie told me. Feel like I said a lot. Did I introduce myself? Hi, beautiful. I think I did say hi. I ain't gonna lie to you. Also after this, we're gonna watch, apparently Kim Jong-un's brother got killed by a YouTube prank. So the next Raw Mango video is gonna be that. So, you know, prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Chili avec sauce pois with a side of chicken. Yeah, baby. When I say it's bus, you better put a capital B on that thing, boy. Brus. I just rolled my tongue on a B. Brus. All right, everybody grab your food, get comfortable. I'm gonna be eating with y'all. So if I'm not talking like in the first portion of this video, it's because I'm really smacking down. Don't worry, I won't smack in your ear. I feel like that's just rude. Plus, if you don't have any food, I'm gonna make you hella hungry because this shit good as hell, cuh. Enough of me talking, let's jump straight into it. Last thing I remember is Mask Girl going to jail, her friend dying because that crazy Ajuma like shot her friend or whatever with the shotgun. And Mask Girl has a kid. She was pregnant. So are you locked in?
Bada bing, bada bam.
Welcome
Bada
to
bing,
this
bada
week's
boom.
Fake It a Mystery, Fake It a Murder video. Okay, he's having a whole rant before we even get started. He goes, are you gonna give me a recap, honey? Because I don't remember a single thing that's been going on. I've lost track of time. What happened?
Yeah, can you like?
Sir, do you
Can we
have...
start over?
My dog is completely unapologetic.
Episode 1. We're doing part 2 of The Mask Girl, which is a K-drama based off of a webtoon, based off of, listen, I don't know, shared life experience.
Oh.
So please, if you haven't already, go watch part 1 of this, or go watch episodes 1 through 4, and then this will be episodes 5, 6, and 7. This is the finale. This is the end of The Mask Girl.
Oh, this
Me and the tribe watched
is
it.
over.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, we did part 1 maybe like a week or 2 ago, and let me tell you, every single night for like a week, I feel like the past few days he's been a bit better about it, he would lay in bed and go, so what happens next? And I'm like, sir, I'm not your I'm not your free recap machine, okay? I have my own morals and ethics. I've got my own standards. But here I am doing another recap, okay?
Oh yeah.
So if you guys didn't watch part 1, let me put this video on like 1.5 speed.
Okay, 1.5 speed. Click. Okay, ready?
The story is about a girl named Momi who always dreamed of being this big star. She wanted to be a K-pop star. Her ultimate dream is people clapping, screaming, dying for her, like, ah, Queen Say! Like, that's what she wants to hear on a daily basis. She wants to go to sleep to that noise. But she is not conventionally pretty. And this is in South Korea, where
She got
conventional
nice
pretty
boobies,
is
though.
like everything, okay?
You
And
said it, not
eventually
me.
she has to, quote, face reality. She starts working a corporate job, and at night she would come home, put on...
Maybe I'm just weird because I feel weird saying she got nice boobies though. Like that's the only thing good going for her. I'm sure she's like intelligent in some regard. I don't know. I haven't watched the show. We gonna see because we're gonna watch the show. Okay, sorry. My opinion for when it comes to women is confusing because I want to pay women the utmost respect, but sometimes y'all be tweaking, bro. Oh God. I also have to acknowledge that sometimes y'all tweaking because of niggas though. You feel me? Girls are like spaghetti and men are like waffles. We can compartmentalize like our feelings and shit like that, but girls, everything is like connected. It's some this may mean that and that may mean this, but it could also be connected to that. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to understand that because you know y'all aren't one-dimensional, and neither are men, but y'all are definitely not one-dimensional. Mama, I appreciate you. Hey, it's kind of weird, but I learned she watches these crime videos. So, hi, Mom. Your food is really, really good.
Is people clapping, screaming, dying for her, like, Queen, like that's what she wants to hear on a daily basis. She wants to go to sleep to that noise, but she is not conventionally pretty. And this is in South Korea, where conventional pretty is like everything, okay? And eventually she has to, quote, face reality. She starts working a corporate job, and at night she would come home, put on this very glittery looking mask, like a shimmer pink mask, and this skimpy little dress. She would turn on her live stream, and she would start dancing to all these pop songs. It was kind of sexual. She would like pour milk all over her face and like make groaning noises.
Yeah,
most of her fans were dudes. I feel like that tells you enough, okay? And she would live stream herself dancing for just all these songs, and her identity was always kept a secret. People always felt like her face was even prettier than her body.
She got butt
Some
booty
people said
naked.
it's probably because her face is ugly that she's not showing her face. There were speculations. Well, fast forward, she ends up killing one of her top viewers because she realized that he just wanted to meet her in person and sleep with her. He thought she was ugly, but he still wanted to sleep with her. Her coworker Nathan finds out that she's the masked girl and helps her cover up the murder of her #1 viewer.
stabs him.
But
This
then
was
she
crazy.
realizes that Nathan, this coworker, this incel, if you will, just wants the same thing from her. He just wants to sleep with her. So she kills him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like she does have some like anger issues she needs to address, maybe with like the prison psychiatrist, but we'll see if she gets there. So she kills him,
Maybe
gets
just a
plastic
slight bit of
surgery
anger
all over
issue.
her face, runs off and does her own thing, and became known as the masked girl serial killer. The true crime channels were eating that shit up. They were like, oh my God, she's gone. Who is she? Nathan's mom, Karen. So Nathan, the coworker, his mom, Karen, made it her new life mission to find a masked girl and kill her because Nathan was a mama's boy. Of course he was. And she thought that her son could do no wrong. Karen ends up tracking down Momi to a town in Korea where she's working as a dancer and escort. And another dancer named Cynthia gets involved, and she's pretending to help Karen find Momi. But in reality, she's trying to protect Momi because pussy power. All of this somehow ends up with Cynthia and Momi killing Cynthia's violent boyfriend, Ben. And just as they're about to dump his body into a lake, Karen shows up, shoots Cynthia, killing her, but not before she gets knocked out herself. And all of this ends with a big reveal of Momi being pregnant, probably with Nathan's baby. We don't know, okay? We don't know what she's been doing in her free time. Giving birth, dropping off her born baby to be raised by her mother, who hated her, by the way. Not a great mom, and turning herself into the police as Masked Girl, the notorious serial killer, is now in jail.
Hold on, I didn't know she had the
Dun,
baby.
dun, dun. That's
I thought
the
she was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Do you
okay.
remember all that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Great recap.
I love writing. Clearly, I have a strong love for stories, and I think sometimes
Me too.
Sometimes I think that I might have a good knack at telling a good story.
Oh,
but
what?
the
What?
writing part
Yes,
is what really
100%.
gets me. Like I wish that I just had an assistant to go in and like do all the technical parts. They could go in and kind of re-sentence some structures, maybe simplify it, maybe make it sound a little bit more professional,
Gramify.
right? And I'm sure a ton of you students are sitting there nodding your head like, absolutely, yes, I wish I had that too. Well, let me tell you, just get an assistant. You're like, oh yeah, so cool, so easy. Let me just do that. No, it's super easy, okay? Grammarly is an AI-powered writing assistant that helps you from start to finish.
I meant to say that.
Grammarly is honestly more than just a writing assistant to me. It's like my friend. No, I'm just kidding. But Grammarly can actually help you with even starting ideas, paraphrasing, citing your sources.
It's so
and the best
good.
part is, I know you guys are students. You can start using it for free now.
I think I might need Grammarly. I illiterate.
.com/students. So we're just gonna jump into episode 5. Episode 5 has already got me hooked because we're going in with Mimo. I know.
Legit.
Momi is the mom. Momi. Momi.
Mimo is the daughter.
Mimo, yeah, is the kid, okay? And then Nemo is the fish. So Mimo grew up kind of like her mom. You know, she loved experimenting with makeup alone in her room, performing in front of her little mirror. She would put on eyeshadow, pose, which is all normal, cute stuff. But if you
Right.
remember Momi's childhood, her mom hated her trying to be cute. Her mom hated her doing all of this because she just felt like she wasn't conventionally pretty enough to be an actress or a singer one day. So why even try? It's like her mom got off on trying to ruin her dreams and, quote, put her in her place.
Damn.
She always told Momi, you're never going to accomplish that because of your looks, so we should really focus on something else. I think in her old, mean mind. She was like, I'm doing her a favor. I'm making sure that she doesn't waste her life away on a hopeless dream. So meanwhile, Mimo's grandma would always tell her that she's so similar to her mom. In Korean, it's like, oh, are you scared someone's going to accuse you of not being your mom's daughter? It's like you're almost trying to mimic your mom to the point where no one can deny that you're your mom's daughter.
Okay.
And Mimo has no idea what that means because her grandma would never even talk about her mom except for like throwing away these backhanded compliments at her, or not even compliments, like disses at her. She has no idea that her mom is mask girl. She has no idea where her mom is. She knows nothing. Instead, she's forced to sit in these long dinners in silence, just eating grandma's cooking, which is ass, by the way. And Mimo's favorite guilty pleasure was tteokbokki 할머니's street food, okay? So in front of these schools, these 할머니es are so smart. These old ladies put up street food carts. And all the kids ask their parents for money. And then before school or after school, it's an activity for the girls or the boys to like sit and eat their little street food together. That's what she called her. The old nice lady that sold spicy rice cakes at a cart on her way to school is tteokbokki 할머니. Don't you forget about tteokbokki 할머니, okay?
Rice cake grandma.
Rice cake grandma. So
Okay,
in the
rice
beginning, school is pretty fun for Mimo. She's got friends. She's got a life, goals, dreams. Then one day, she's walking out of school with her little girlfriends and they're giggle gaggling, and the moms run up to each of the kids and they snatch their kids' arms. 빨리 가자. Like, we gotta go. And it's so obvious they clearly have something against Mimo. Like, it's not like, oh my God, we're in an emergency. Your dad's in the hospital because a dog bit off his wee-wee. Like, there's no, yeah. Like, it's not that. It's like, we got to get out of here. And they're staring at Mimo like she's disgusting, like she's covered in filth. And the friends are like, Mom, stop. I was going to go eat tteokbokki with Mimo. Like, leave me alone. Don't ever play with Mimo again. You're forbidden. And as they're walking away, Mimo's in shock and she hears the mom say, her mom is mask girl. The friends are like, what's mask girl? Don't ask questions. Let's go home. So that night, Mimo went online to search up mask girl. And that is how she discovered that her mom is a serial killer that went to jail for a very, very, very long time.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know, okay? Because Mimo's way of coping with this realization is a little weird. But like, I'm sure some psychiatrists can tell me that it's normal, right? She would straight up dress up like mask girl. She would wear the mask that mask girl wore. Yeah, or like a slightly different mask. She would stare into the mirror and point her finger at herself and say, murder. And then she would go lay in bed and pretend to choke herself because that's how she thinks that she killed Nathan. Yeah, and then she would kind of like pretend to be mask girl and then pretend to be mask girl's victim. She would even jump on her bed wearing a giant bra because mask girl is known for her big titties, right? And with the mask on, saying, "You can all take pictures now. I am mask girl." Yeah, I'm sure there is a psychological reasoning behind her actions, but this is...
I ain't no psychotherapist. I don't think I can't even speak English, bro. What's the name of the therapy, folks? Psychology. Psychologist, right? Damn, why did I stumble over that so crazily?
Cheers now. I am mask girl.
I'm Chime Loui.
Yeah. I'm sure there is a psychological reasoning behind her actions, but this is a fictional show, so we're not going to dive too deep into like, you know,
this is true.
Trauma. But
I almost forgot about that.
It's a very interesting way of processing such information.
Oh, God.
And just imagine the fear, the shock when grandma slams open the door and she sees little Mimo with the mask, giant bra, saying, I am mask girl. Her eyes.
How old is she?
She's like 7.
What?
Oh my God.
Her eyes are like popping out of her head. She's screaming, have you lost your mind? Grandma grabs her hand, drags her out of the house, past the gate, and slams it shut on her. Mimo, 7-year-old, is being kicked out.
What?
She's crying. 할머니, please. Grandma, please. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Like, 잘못했어요, which means I'm so sorry. I did something wrong. And Grandma says, I cannot raise you. I don't have it in me. Get out of here. 할머니, please. And Mimo falls to her knees outside the gate and she's sobbing. She stays there on the concrete all night long, even when it starts pouring rain. But it does seem like grandma has some sort of love for the child, okay? Because she eventually comes out, picks her up from the rain, washes her, puts her in bed, puts a heater close to her, starts putting towels on her forehead to make sure that she doesn't catch a cold. So she's like, Harmony? She's waking up. Yes? What kind of person was my mom? She was a lost cause from the start. And Mimo's life does not get any better. She doesn't hear more about her mom. The only thing that she knows about her mom are the things that she's reading online because, like I said, grandma still won't tell her anything about Mask Girl or her mom or her crimes or like even try to explain why she might have done something. Nothing. So at school, the rumors are spreading fast that her mom is Mask Girl. And it was spread by the person that was the closest to Mimo, her best friend.
What?
Her mom had told her best friend that her mom is Mask Girl. And now her best friend's going around telling everyone, my mom told me that Mimo's mom is Mask Girl.
Damn.
And the very first time it happened, Mimo confronted her best friend in the playground and punched her in the face, decked her in the nose. She was expelled from school very quickly after.
Oh.
And Mimo's grandma actually backed her up. She got up in the principal's office and she said she straightened up her shoulders without any shame, without any apologetic feelings, with no remorse. And she said, well, we were thinking about moving somewhere else anyway. Good riddance. And walked out of there. They moved and Mimo was enrolled into another school, but it's like only a matter of time. Everywhere she goes, she doesn't even know how, but they always found out that her mom is Mask Girl. And every single time, Mimo just felt rage. She felt rage that her life was being ruined by something that her mom did, not even something that she did. She felt rage that her grandma didn't fill this void in her heart and try to support her through this tough time. And she felt rage that not a single person saw past what her mom did and befriended her. So yeah, sometimes she stabs some of the kids with pencils, okay?
What?
Yeah. Which, like, okay, is that the best thing that she could have done? Arguably, maybe not. But Mimo is in a very tricky situation, a precarious
Mimo
situation where
John Wick
she has to
vibes.
be
What?
even less violent than every other kid her age, which violence is never okay. But when other kids push and shove, they're just being kids. When Mimo does it, oh my God, it's in her genes. Oh my God, the serial killer is in the genes. It's in the blood. It's in the DNA. She gets it from her mom.
Deep as DNA.
So the videos of her slapping and stabbing kids, it kind of goes viral, yeah. Like it's shared into all these PTA group chats in the area because parents are freaking out that Mimo is going to be sent to their school. Now fast forward to 2023. Mimo is about middle school age.
That was like
about
5
to be
years
high
ago.
school, like 8th grade, I would say. Mimo's life is spiraling out of control. She is the epitome of angsty, angry teenage kid. Her grandma is getting more and more frail, and her whole retirement has been spent trying to keep Mimo out of juvie. That's like the only thing that she's doing. So in one particular instance, you know, grandma asked her, do you want to grow up just to be like your mom? And Mimo's feisty. She's staring her down. Okay, so imagine the kids that have no emotion. They don't even scream. They don't even cry. She just likes to dereba, which is laser eye, like stare at people and say really snarky things. You know what I'm talking about? Those
Yeah,
kids.
I
That's
used to
Mimo,
be them
okay?
kids.
And she would say, don't ever
crazy.
call her my mom again. That woman is nothing to me. Mimo goes to her room, slams the door shut. And the next school that Mimo is transferred to, she gets seated next to a girl named...
I couldn't be snarky with my mom and dad. That was the quickest way to get my ass beat. Oh God.
The door shut. And the next school that Mimo is transferred to, she gets seated next to a girl named Yeti. Yeti is your quintessential nerd. Like that kind of girl that the popular girls like to poke fun at. She tries to sit with the popular girls at school during lunch. Like she understands that nobody wants to be her friend, but she doesn't stop trying. So she'll literally go up in the cafeteria, go up to the popular kids, slam her food tray down and be like, did you guys see the new music video from NCT? Ah, they're my oppas. My heart almost stopped.
Oh.
Someone's sitting there, Yeti. There's
Yeti
no
or
Yeti.
Yeti? Oh.
Someone's sitting there, Yeti. There's no assigned seats at lunch. Come on, girls. Let's talk about the new video. Get up. That's her fucking seat. Stupid girl. And they're like so
Damn.
mean to her. But Yeti's like trying to play it cool. She looks up at the popular girl waiting to sit in her seat. And she's like, okay, well, I'll see you guys later. And she grabs her food and walks off and realizes that every single seat in the lunchroom is taken and everyone is deep in their conversations except the one seat right next to Mimo. She hesitates before she pushes up her chin and puts her tray on the table. Are you eating alone? I'll eat with you. Okay, you're welcome. Mimo doesn't even respond. She doesn't even look up. And Yeti continues, hey, you, come closer. I have something to tell you. Mimo does not react. You know you're totally an outcast, right?
Damn. Well, I mean,
finally, Mimo looks up.
Aren't you one too?
What? I'll be your friend. For you, of course. No thanks. What? I said I don't need shit like friends. So after school, Mimo's walking out of class, enjoying the breeze, when, what was that? It's Yeti running up to her. Yeah. She's running. She's trying to keep up with Mimo's fast walking, and she's digging in her backpack. Which idol is your favorite? Do you want to buy one of these photo cards? I waited super long in the lines to get them signed. Hey. Yeah? Will you just fuck off? So I'm going to give you the breakdown of Mimo's trauma, okay? So welcome to Trauma Recap Corner. Please email me your trauma and I will rate it 1 through 10. Okay. I'm kidding. Don't email me your...
Oh, damn. You do got to put that disclaimer. I ain't going to cast Stephanie. Because folks will email you a whole bunch of crazy shit.
A recap corner. God. Please email me your trauma and I will rate it 1 through 10. I'm kidding. Don't email me your trauma. I'll be so sad. But let me give you a tiered list of Mimo's life trauma, okay? Firstly, she hates making friends because inevitably they all betray her when they find out that she's Mask Girl's daughter. They abandon her and they even go as far as to spread rumors about her. She hates any celebrity that gets plastic surgery. She will literally be one of those profile pictureless accounts that comments, what does this Botox-filled bitch have to say about climate change? Like, she's like one of those people, okay? She'll even comment things like, have you seen this girl's high school pictures? She's so ugly. She hates anyone with plastic surgery. Anyone who cares about being pretty, she hates it.
Wow.
Yeah, and on top of that, she has major mommy issues. She actually gets excited to receive kakao talks from tteokbokki grandma, the old grandma that used to sell street food for her at her first school that she was expelled from. She's like constantly looking for this mother figure just about anywhere. Now, here comes the character arc. After school one day, Mimo sees Yeti being bullied by the popular girls, and they accuse her of being a lying slut. It's like, I hate school, okay? They accuse her of autographing the idol photo cards herself and trying to sell them to people in the school. And they keep saying, every time this bitch opens her mouth, she's fucking lying. So they don't really like her, okay? But this is not like the glory. I'm not talking like curling iron bullying type of trauma. I'm talking like, they're just kind of like poking your head. They're like, why are you lying all the time? You know, that kind of stuff, right? You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
So she's kind of being pushed around the bullies. And Mimo is not having it. She's not even trying to play like Miss Save-A-Ho from a childhood trauma type of incident. She's just observing the bullies. And she's like, get lost. And the bullies are like, no, you get lost. Stop lurking around. And there's like 5 bullies, right? Mm-hmm. And Mimo's kind of pissed off. She's looking for a place to place her anger. Oh, it's in her soul. So she grabs this picture frame, smashes it on the ground, grabs a piece of glass shard, and holds it so tight that her blood starts dripping out of her hand. And she says, hey, fucking dipshits, do you guys want to get stabbed? So like I said, you know, we're not dealing with the glory type of bullies. We're dealing with some like loser bullies. So they're fucking scared. They scurry off like little rats in a New York City alleyway. And Yeti runs up to Mimo. Oh my God, why did you do that? Are you okay? She grabs a tissue and starts putting it on Mimo's hand where the blood is. And I thought Yeti's a little weird, right? Yeti like really wants friends. Maybe she's gonna be like a cute character on the show though, right? Yeti notices that Mimo has these self-harm marks on her wrist. So that night she goes home and she's sitting at her desk with like a box cutter and she's like breathing really hard. And she's so scared of pain and she tries it. She tries it herself, yeah. And when she gets to school the next morning, she's so freaking proud. She waltzes straight up to Mimo and holds out her wrist and says, look, you and I have a lot more common than you thought, huh?
Wow.
That's
crazy. And she's showing this tiny little scratch on her wrist with this big old smile on her face. And Mimo's looking at her like, you're psychotic. I am so terrified of you, okay?
Oh, God.
You might be scarier than my mom. She even follows Mimo to the bathroom. And Mimo is trying so hard to get rid of this girl. She's like attached herself like a barnacle on a ship that's not going anywhere. And we get the friendship arc, okay? Side note, the friendship arc also kind of merges into a first love arc.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if the webtoon is any different, but it does seem like the two have a relationship or a budding relationship that seems like they're more than just friends.
Interesting.
Even the kids at school whisper about how they're obsessed with each other, how they were caught making out and stuff. But let me just give you the rundown on how it happens. The two are eating street food after school and playing at the playground, or really just like sitting there being angsty middle schoolers when Yeti blurts out, "I want to kill my mom." What? I know, sometimes I think about killing my mom. What? Why? A few weeks ago, I brought home a stray kitten, and I mean, obviously it was in bad condition, and I wanted to save the kitten, but my mom screamed at me to take the kitten back to where we found it, and that we couldn't take care of it. I bet that kitten is now dead. There's no way that it survived. In my eyes, my mom very well killed that kitten. So and Mimo's looking at her like, that's it?
Yeah, like...
What? What do you mean that's it? Never mind. Forget it. Mimo starts walking off and Yeti's screaming behind her. Where are you going? Wait, stop. Wait up for me. What? I can't even tell you things like that when we're supposed to be friends? How many times do I have to tell you I don't need friends? I just want to get through school and graduate, okay? Well, you never tell me about yourself. I was just trying to be friendly and make conversation. Like, what is wrong with you? You want me to talk about myself? Yeah. Forget it. You wouldn't even be able to understand. And Mimo starts walking off and Yeti's screaming after her, "Hey, stop walking away from me. You think that I don't understand? Huh? Like you think you're the only one with problems? You know what I hate? I hate when my dad comes home drunk and beats my mom. I took a knife and almost stabbed him once. Did you know that? You think you're the only main character with a sad life, huh? Everybody has problems." I mean, Mimo seems taken aback for a second. But before she can even respond, it starts raining and Yeti practically grabs her hand and starts dragging her to find shelter. They're running in the rain. They get back to school out of breath. They're giggling. And once the laughter fades, Mimo says, "Does your dad get drunk often?" "Yeah, I wish he would just die, you know?" "And my mom? Actually, my mom's not even my biological mom. She's my stepmom." "Well, you're better than me." "Huh? You promise you won't tell anyone?" "Of course." The two pinky promise, and Mimo says,
That's serious business right there.
"I don't even know who my dad is. And my mom's in prison." "Prison?" She's never even reached out. She doesn't even care to get to know me. She's not even a little bit curious about her own kid. I've never spoken to her. "Wait, then who do you live with?" "My grandma."
Ajuma.
"Your grandma doesn't tell you
I
about
don't
your
think that
mom?"
means grandma.
"No, she hates talking about my
Senorita?
mom. It was probably all my fault." Yeti is silent for a second, and then she boop kisses her on the cheek.
Hey.
And Yeti goes, "You're really special, you know that? Could you be more cheesy?" But the thing is, this is where things get very interesting, okay? So after the rain quiets down, Yeti goes home, and I'm expecting a drunk dad, an evil stepmom. I'm talking like Cinderella level stepmom, right? That is also a victim of the dad. That's what she said. That's what she said, right?
That's what she said.
Her family is actually super cute. They're not super well off, but they're super cute.
So
they're
she lied?
grilling up KBBQ in the living room floor, all because Yeti mentioned a few days ago that's what she wanted to eat. And she talks back to her parents. Like, if I talked to my mom like this when I was a kid, I probably would have gotten in big trouble. She's slamming the bedroom door, refuses to eat dinner, and her parents don't even scream at her. They don't even scold her. They don't even seem like normal Korean households. They seem like gentle parenting households, which is not really the normal Korean household, yeah.
So she lied?
Not for Haitians either. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. And Yeti slams the bedroom door shut and starts texting Mimo. She plops on the bed and starts angrily texting Mimo. "I hate being home. My dad's drunk and violent again. I'm just hiding in my room right now." I'm just glad I have someone to talk about this stuff with, though.
But the dad's making barbecue right now.
Bro, in the background, you hear Yeti's parents like being cute and making each other barbecue sam wraps. And then warning the other kids, like, "Blow on it. It's hot. The food is hot. It's just off the grill."
Oh my gosh.
Why is Yeti...
Imagine that's your kid, babe.
Bro, imagine.
Your kid goes to school. My mom beats me every day. She starves me every day. I
She used
hate
to
her.
run this true crime channel, and I think I'm gonna be her next victim. But like, okay, fine. It's weird, but maybe she just really, really wants friends. And like, I can kind of relate to that, right? And she's not gonna betray our girl Mimo because she finally has a friend. This is the drama where dreams and hopes find a plot of land and they bury themselves in graves. This is a graveyard of dreams. So I don't think.
Hold on, is that not a crazy good line though? Dreams and hopes find a plot of land and bury themselves in graves. Hold on, Stephanie. I like that. I like that a lot.
This is the drama where dreams and hopes find a plot of land and they bury themselves in graves. This is a graveyard of dreams. So I don't think that's gonna happen. We see a montage. This is when you know shit's about to go fucking down. When you see montages and like the sun is streaming in and they're riding a singular bike together and they're like holding on to each other's backs, someone's gonna fucking die.
Oh,
like
God.
K-drama, you see two people, a couple on a bicycle, one of them is dead in the next episode. I guarantee it. I promise
All right,
you
I'ma
one
remember
thing.
that. I'ma
One of them
remember
is
that.
about to start planning a funeral, okay? So we see a montage of them running around, jumping up and down, saving each other from bullies, giggling in class, being scolded by the teachers. And finally, she asks, "Hey, I've been meaning to ask, why is your mom in prison?" "Oh, she killed someone." "What?"
Well, two people, I
Mimo
think.
stops walking and she looks like she kind of regrets saying it.
Actually one person.
"What? Do you think I'm some sort of monster too?" No, I don't. Besides, it's whatever. My dad went crazy again yesterday. Went around breaking everything, including all the dishes. My mom left the house crying. Such a mess. Mimo looks at her and says, "Do you want to run away with me?" "Run away?" Yeah, let's do it. But we need some money. I don't have money. Do you have money? No, but I'm sure we can start making money now. So it's settled. They're both going to make some money, and Yeti seems more invested in this plan. She starts secretly selling furniture from her family home, which is a very short-sighted plan. Like, I'm talking at one part in this.
Could you imagine? Like, my parents come home and we're just missing the couch. The couch is just gone. Yeah, bro, I don't have a bed anymore. The dining table is gone. All we got is chair. I ain't gonna lie, bro. L plan. But then again, like, she's in high school, so I can't expect like an Artemis Fowl type. Artemis Fowl? Damn, Artemis Fowl reference is crazy. I haven't thought about Artemis Fowl in years. I don't know if y'all know who he is. Basically, this teenage Irish prodigy who happens to be a criminal, and I believe the supernatural is involved. So like fairies exist and like time travel. It was crazy books. I ain't gonna cap to you, but bangers, all bangers. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Can't expect an Artemis Fowl type plan from this, what, I don't know how old they are, 13, 14? How old are teenagers? I mean,
It's settled. They're both going to make some money,
Sorry.
and Yeti seems more invested in this plan. She starts secretly selling furniture from her family home, which is a very short-sighted plan. Like, I'm talking at one part in this episode, her parents are asking her, "Have you seen the baby chair, the high chair?" And she's like, "No, what do you, why, how would I know, Mom?" And she's like slamming the door. And her mom is like, "Oh my God, and the fucking stroller is gone." They're like losing their minds. It's gone because she sold it. She wants to
Yeah.
sell her autographed idol cards too that she signed herself. So she's not really like the most likable character. She's pretty bratty to her parents, even though they're really nice to her. It's kind of the juxtaposition of Mimo just wanting a parent, just like one singular caring parental figure
And
in her
Yeti
life.
having
And
both.
Yeti has both, and she doesn't even care. She
That's
wants
crazy.
to be as tortured and as traumatized as Mimo so that she can.
as much as I've been through, I think everything that I have both my parents. But shouts out to the single mothers and single fathers. Shouts out to the folks who either don't have both parents or only have one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really warriors for real, for real. Don't let it get it twisted. Y'all warriors, on God.
Even care. She wants to be as tortured and as traumatized as Mimo so that she can have a friend. Side note, she Googles killers whose kids are in school and she finds the mass killer and she thinks it's really cool. She actually tells her little infant sister about it while she's feeding her yushik, which is like food. And she's like, or yushik. And then she's like, "Oh, I just feel bad for Mimo, you know? Like her mom is mass killer. But you can't tell anyone. Anyway, she wants to run away with me. So the both of them try to save up as much as they
Hold on, so she's saying this to a baby, and the baby's like, "I'm go." I ain't gonna lie, man, that's weird, bro.
I just feel bad for Mimo, you know? Like her mom is mass killer. But you can't tell anyone. Anyway, she wants to run away with me. So the both of them try to save up as much as they can. And after a week, they have a grand total of $37. Yeah. Bro, do you remember being a kid and like $1 seems so hard to make?
Right.
Where you're like, even just one singular dollar for the vending machine, I'm gonna put in so much work. I'm not saying the value of $1 is nothing, but it's just like when you're a kid, $1, you might as well give me a goal of being a Fortune 500 CEO. Like it just feels so incredible. Okay,
$10 for like
and so
10
they have
bands.
$37, and they work their fucking ass off for like a week for $37. And Mimo even offers to ask tteokbokki grandma for money. And Yeti is like, "Who's tteokbokki
Rice
grandma?"
cake.
Oh, she's this nice grandma that used to run the street food stand next to my old school.
Her cakes is
She
busting.
texted me saying that if
Apparently.
I ever
I don't
need
know.
help, I can always ask her. Well, I mean, I still think that we can do it on our own. I gotta go. I'm gonna go sell one of my photo cards, but by the end of the week, if we still don't have more money, maybe we can reach out to tteokbokki grandma. So she goes into an alleyway to sell these photo cards to an elementary school kid. And the bullies come up and they're like, "Yeah, what are you doing? Selling fake idol cards to elementary school kids? You're ripping off elementary school kids? As an onni, you should know better." And they tell the little elementary school to scram, get lost. And they start kind of beating up Yeti, but not harshly. You know, it's not the glory, just like a little bump and scratch. I don't even think it's gonna bruise. And one of them is about to slap her when she says, "Hey, you better not hit me or else your life's gonna be in danger." Are you fucking stupid? You wanna get slapped again, huh? And she grabs her hair, Yeti's hair, and is about to slap her when Yeti screams, "Do you even know who Mimo's mom is?"
Why?
What? Is her mom some sort of Tebar billionaire or something? No, her mom, and the scene cuts. So we don't know what she says.
Oh my god.
But we do see Mimo at a cafe trying to steal an unattended laptop because in Korea, let me tell you the joys of Korea because sometimes I shit talk my motherland. Well, is this my motherland? I was born here. No, my mother's land is South Korea. Whatever, okay? Sometimes I should.
My land from the mother is the Haitian yeah, I'm Haitian and my mom is, and she was born there, and she also is still Haitian. English wasn't my first language, and it isn't my second language apparently. The way I be speaking English sound like my 7th language. What's my first language? Creole. What's my second language? Bullshit.
Korea because sometimes I shit talk my motherland. Well, is this my motherland? I was born here. No, my mother's land is South Korea. Whatever, okay? Sometimes I shit talk, but I be telling you, okay? You go to a cafe or a restaurant, people will leave their phone, their full MacBook Pro 2023 just on the table.
Yeah, that's
no
tough.
theft. People will leave their purse on the chair. No theft.
That can't
Designer
happen
Chanel
in the
purse.
US.
No theft.
Because the country is covered by security
Oh
cameras.
yeah, CCTV.
Yeah, the country is covered by security cameras, and theft is like a really shameful crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like people really shame you for stealing stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like very social outcast vibes. Like, ugh, you had to steal something. You must be so miserable. Like that's the vibe, right? So there's not like a lot of theft in Korea. Anyway, she
That's
sees
a
one of
good
these
thing, though.
unattended laptops, and she grabs it. And as she's about to
Yo, sorry. Speaking of theft, what's going on when it comes to like stealing from stores, bro? I be seeing mad videos of folks running into stores, grabbing shit and running out, and nobody's chasing them. They not even stealing shit that you like need to live for real, for real. They going into Gucci stores and Louis Vuitton stores and malls and stealing clothes and shoes.
so miserable. Like that's the vibe, right? So there's not like a lot of theft in Korea. Anyway, she sees one of these unattended laptops and she grabs it. And as she's about to walk out that cafe door, a hand comes on her shoulder. "Lady, what are you doing?" Then she's in the police station.
Damn.
And grandma comes running through the door and walks straight up to Mimo and slaps her across the face. "I told you this was the last time. Pack your stuff and leave my house immediately." I had no intentions of ever going back in the first place.
Damn.
What did you just say? Mimo runs out crying and she tries to call Yeti. Hello? What are you doing right now? I'm just home. Can I come over today? What? My house? And she hears her parents like having a little cute blast in the back. Why? I just can't go home. Just one night and then I'll leave, I promise. Just one night. I really wish you could, but my dad's drunk again. It's a mess here. God, I want to run away too. Oh, are you okay? Yeah, I'll be fine, but just go home tonight and then we can run away when we're ready, okay? I'll see you at school tomorrow. So Mimo hangs up and she breaks into the school because this is where she's going to sleep. So she sleeps on her desk. The school security is not that great, in Korea.
I was about to say.
So this is nighttime.
Yeah, she breaks into the school.
And there's nobody in the school.
Where's the security guards?
Yeah, because I guess, like, who's going to rob a school, right?
Right. Do they
Maybe
even
they
keep
will.
money in?
I'm thinking about all the people that might have robbed a school. I'm so sorry, no offense, but like, why'd you do that, right? So she breaks into the school. She sleeps there on her desk, and the next morning she wakes up to give herself a dry shower. Is that what it's called? Where you get like the wet cloths from the sink and you kind of like rub your body, right?
They used to call that a thought bath. I don't think they used to call it. I be seeing these posts on Instagram where folks are like, I am 21 years old and I have got my life together. Currently using an Excel spreadsheet to really finance my funds. And I'm over here like, bro, I'm 24 and I am tweaked. I don't know nothing. I'm lost every day. I'm struggling to breathe. I got out of the bed and I fell. I don't know what's going on anymore. Shit is crazy out here. Oh God. I feel like I was gonna say something. But yeah, you look lonely. I could change that.
And that's when she hears kids coming into the restroom. Because this is crazy. Did you know in Asian schools, students have to fucking clean shit?
What?
Oh, like do cleaning work, right?
Yeah, so like every kid is in charge of cleaning work. So in Korea, sometimes you're in charge of like cleaning bathroom A or bathroom B, and you like go in groups and you clean it up. Yeah,
They got y'all doing latrine work?
It does teach a level of cleanliness and like responsibility.
I can see that.
I think I like it. Anyway, and that's when she hears kids coming into the restroom to clean, and they're whispering, "Did you hear? That Kim Mimo girl that just transferred, she's a serial killer's daughter, Mask Girl." Who's Mask Girl? The psycho killer? Do you know why she got transferred here? No? She stabbed a girl in her class and got expelled. Oh my God. Oh, that's so gross. Like, we're going to the same school as a psycho killer's daughter? How's that fair for us? I know. My mom said that she's filing a formal complaint with the board. Mimo runs out. She's pissed. She's strutting down the hall right out of the school, and she's not going to sit here for another single day before she gets expelled. So she leaves school. She's not coming back. She's like, why sit around just so I can get expelled? I've been through this game again, right? So she leaves. Grandma ends up coming to class that day looking for her because she didn't come home last night. So it does seem like grandma cares. It seems like grandma's saying all this shit. She cares in a very Korean way where she cares that they're alive, but she doesn't care to help them psychologically, which is super Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I want to feed you, I want to house you,
Sure.
I want to make sure that you're physically fine, but I don't want to address any psychological problems you might be having. Very traditional Korean grandma vibes, right? So her grandma's looking for her. She genuinely looks very worried. So it's like, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about her. Maybe because I know that Korean stereotype. Grandma seems like she cares, and the teachers even pull Yeti out of class to ask her, have you seen Mimo? Do you know where she's gone? She's like, I don't know. So after school, we see Yeti running to all their favorite spots looking for her, but Mimo's not there. And Yeti just feels so heartbroken. She won't even pick up Yeti's calls. And as she's walking home, her phone is basically glued to her eyeballs, and she runs into her parents almost right outside her house. And they're like, Yeti, what's with the long face? Did something happen at school? Hey, I got you fried chicken. You said you wanted fried chicken last night. So we're going to have a chicken party. We can do chicken party every day for our favorite daughter.
Who said this?
The dad.
Okay.
Just very wholesome family, okay?
Yeah, it's so sweet,
And
right?
Mimo is standing on the side, hidden by a vending machine. She was waiting to confront Yeti. And now this is a double whammy, a double slap in the face. Not only did Yeti probably tell everyone what her mom did, but she lied about her family.
Oh my God.
She's got loving parents. They were never the sob story she gave, that fake story. And she doesn't even realize how lucky she is. We always see those videos
Double
of those
ad.
financial
Hey,
experts that
I'm
are like,
proud of
if
ya.
you only drink coffee at home and stop buying lattes, you can save this much every
what ad
single
is
year.
this?
Sir, sometimes that latte is the only good thing of my day, okay? It is the only thing that I'm looking
Yo,
forward to all
you know what I'm
day
saying?
long. Excuse you.
I was just saying something
Which
similar,
is
Stephanie.
why a little extra money helps everyone just live their best
Chime?
life. And Chime's online checking account is here to help you live yours. With Chime's online checking
Oh my
account, you can enjoy
God.
a ton of perks like fee-free overdrafts up to $200.
Oh my
You can even
God.
get paid 2 days early with direct deposit. So yes, get that latte because you deserve a bit of happiness in your day.
Thank you.
I
Thank
always
you very
recommend
much.
Chime to my
Also,
friends, and they love
I'm
the
on
feature of
time
getting
when it
paid
comes
2
to these
days earlier
ads, bro.
because 2 days can really make a difference. With a qualifying direct deposit, you can get access to your money
Say I
sooner.
am.
And fee-free overdraft with SpotMe is a
just dared you.
lifesaver. So just set up that qualifying direct deposit, sign up for SpotMe, and Chime will spot you up to your limit when you make a purchase that exceeds your balance. Chime has no monthly minimum balance or overdraft fees, and you get access to 60,000 fee-free ATMs. That's more than like the
60,000?
top 3 national banks combined, and you can send and receive money easily through Chime no matter what bank.
What are the top 3 national banks? We got Walmart.
Yeti finally gets a call that night from Mimo to meet at their favorite secret spot, and she's crying. How could you do this to me? Like when Yeti gets there, Mimo is crying at her. Like, how could you do this to me? What? What are you talking about? You're the one that spread the rumor. What rumor? I didn't do anything. You spread the rumor about me and my mom. How could you do this to me? She pushes Yeti on the ground, and we just see her in the shadow of this tunnel beating her up.
Oh my God.
And at the very end of the alleyway, there's a shadowy figure watching them. They slowly turn to the camera with a big old smile.
Who
It
is it?
is
Mask Girl?
a random grandma.
What? What?
Wait, a grandma was watching them two fighting?
Oh, yeah, and she's smiling.
Who's grandma?
Okay.
A random grandma.
Huh.
Just tell me
Meanwhile, Momi, the mom, the mask girl, okay, is in prison. Now, let's take it all the way back to the first day she was arrested.
Why is she why did she turn herself in though?
Yeah, that's a great
I guess she
question.
didn't want to be on the run.
Huh, okay.
Maybe some people just, I can't deal with being on the run. Back to the first day she's arrested.
What are you sipping
She's
on?
being transported to prison, forced to spread her cheeks and bend over to see if she's hiding, you know, I don't know, a set of lockpicking.
Whoa! You gotta give at least a warning before you just say stuff like spread your cheeks and bend over is crazy. I had to do that when I was in prison, bro. I had to get butt pretty naked in front of the cop, and the cop was like, nice. And I'm looking at him like, pause or no? I don't know. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think, bro.
To spread her cheeks and bend over to see if she's hiding, you know, I don't know, a set of lockpicking keys up her hoo-ha, which I Googled, okay? I'm like, why would they do that in prison? Because I'm thinking, what could I possibly have hidden in there that you need to so invasively have me bend over and like spread them wide and then like stick around, poke around, like microscope in there? What could I possibly hide in there? I don't even think I could hide much in there, right?
2 raccoons can
Googled
fit in
it.
your ass.
Yeah, I Googled like craziest things people have hidden in their hoo-ha. A woman in Texas was arrested for hiding a loaded gun up in there. A loaded gun. Not even unloaded, like loaded. I don't even think the safety was on. So just one kegel away from shooting herself. Yeah. It's like playing with fire, first of all. Second of all, I just imagine her lifting her leg and it's like, boom, you're dead. She just shot you.
With her.
Pop it a squat, boom, shot. Like, just,
Oh my god.
yeah, pistol pussy power. Okay. So Momi was searched thoroughly before being thrown into her cell. And they're like, meet your new cellmate, mask girl. And the cellmate looks kind of crazy. She's got that crazy hair and the crazy eyes. She's been here way too long. You were on TV, weren't you? Mask girl, right? Hey, you got prettier in person. She gets up in her face, inspecting her. Wow, I can't even tell that you had your whole face done. That's what they said. That you ripped your whole face and stitched it back together. I can't even tell that you had any plastic surgery done. Come on, spill. How much did you spend? Huh? 30K? 40K? How much? 30,000? The cellmate runs straight to the door and screams out the bars, 30,000! And everyone starts going, shit, I lost the bet. I thought it was like 50.
Damn.
Some are going, I guess 10. So they were betting on this, okay?
Bro, they're so bored.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Everyone in the
crazy.
cell start gossiping. I mean, not bad. I bet if I had that kind of money, I would look pretty too. She rushes back to Momi's face. Eyes, nose, that's a given, right? Cheekbones, forehead. Did you shave your chin? Momi has a blank stare, and she just slowly nods. What else? Boobs? Boob job? These are mine. She runs to the door and yells through the bars, everything but the boobs!
I ain't gonna lie, that's
That
a little
day in the
funny.
yard, it's prison free time. It's arts and crafts time for angry people of the population, okay? Mask Girl is kind of fitting right in.
Them
She's
niggas
giving
finna
free
make shivs and
consultations of
shit.
plastic surgery to every inmate. So each one gets in front of her. She analyzes their face. I'd probably recommend a facelift. Cut the sides of your eyes to widen them. Filler for your cheeks to lift them up. And
What is going on?
maybe a little bridge for your nose.
What the hell?
And the lady that's in front of her face looks like a true born gangster. And she goes, so you're saying everything? I should get everything done. I guess. All the women around laugh, and it just feels like all in good fun, okay? Until one of their backs stiffens, and she puts her hand up to her mouth and blows.
What
And
did
most
that
of them
mean?
disperse without even letting Mask Girl know what's going on. Mask Girl is alone, and her cellmate stays and sits next to her, and she's like, what the fork is going on? Her eyes scan the yard, and she sees the door open, and 4 people strut in. Each group of prisoners that these 4 people walk past, they kind of like bow their heads. They avoid eye contact. So immediately you're like, that's the head bitch in charge.
Right?
Okay? That's the pocket I'm going to be holding if I'm in prison, because I'm a weenie baby. I'm a weenie
It's
baby.
another prisoner?
Yeah, it's a group of 4
Hell nah,
prisoners.
I was,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cat to you, bro. When I had pulled up to my cell, there was 2 niggas in there. And one of the niggas tried to press me. I wasn't going for none of that. On God, I wasn't. Other nigga literally was like, I ain't gonna lie. Dude seemed like he been here before. I'm looking at them like, bro, I don't know what's going on. The first guy that was low-key messing with me, the second dude said, I like him. He's chill. I like him a lot. And so that first guy stopped messing with me. Low-key, it's all about who you know in prison. I ain't gonna cat to you, bro. Because they called that dude, the one that was like kind to me, they called him OG. And they called me Young G because he kind of took me under his wing for like them 2 days.
Okay, that's the pocket I'm gonna be holding if I'm in prison, because I'm a weenie baby. I'm a weenie
It's
baby.
another prisoner?
Yeah, it's a group of 4 prisoners. Yeah, that right there, queen bitch. 3 of her side girlies were the muscles of the operation. It's interesting because queen bitch doesn't even look like she should be in prison. Not that there's a look, but she's giving like strong, either church minister vibes or CEO vibes. She doesn't even give me like proper mom, like
businesswoman.
Ajuma vibes. Just gives me like strong corporate America vibes. Mask Girl's cellmate whispers,
Probably like tax fraud
don't stare. Who is that woman?
or evasion.
It's Eleanor. That's the king of the place, okay? She even has the warden in her pocket. She's got tibars, billionaires, conglomerate leaders, politicians, all in her pocket. If she
Damn.
likes you, you can even get out early. All she has to do is put in a good word. Really? Stop looking. You know, she even has a facialist come in every week to do her skin. Even shamans, if she calls them in, they'll come in and do rituals for her.
How
How did a woman like that get in here?
Right.
Conspiring to commit murder, she hired a guy to chop up her husband and his mistress into small pieces. She was caught. Husband survived. Mask Girl
Alright.
looks over and Eleanor has 2 fingers in the air and is bending them. Like, come here, little bitch.
Nah, I'm good.
To
I don't
Mask
like.
Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
can't be
kind of
summoning
disrespectful
me.
if you ask me.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I would stand for that in public with my freedom,
Me personally,
with
yeah.
the police on speed dial. But if I was in prison, I would get up and run there, okay? I would get up and run. I would strut my stuff. I'd bow 90 degrees. Anyway.
You got me bent. I ain't going nowhere.
The cellmate jumps up and leaves, and Mask Girl sits there for a full moment staring at Eleanor, wondering, what does this lady want to do with me? And she slowly gets up and walks over. And Eleanor says, are your legs injured? I'm sorry? Are your legs injured? You're dragging them while you're walking here. Eleanor gets up to be eye level with Momi. You're Mask Girl, huh? Yes. Eleanor lifts her hand and slaps her across the face, and the force makes Momi topple over onto the ground. way too fucking similar. Way too fucking similar to the bitch that seduced my husband. So get lost. Stay out of my eyesight unless you want a new face.
Damn.
So for lunch, everyone gets in line, cafeteria style. The lunch ladies are slopping down the food that they need to eat for the day. And the girl in front of Mask Girl gets zero food. So each lunch lady that she comes across, she's like, please, please, please. And they go, get lost. Keep going. Keep it moving. And Momi is so curious. She turns to her cellmate and says, why doesn't she get any food? She's in prison for adultery. It's a rule from Eleanor. Anyone in here for adultery must starve for 3 days. Momi gets her food and waltzes over to where the starving girl is sitting, and she sits down in front of her with a full plate of food, and where everyone can see her, she starts sharing half her food.
Oh, shit.
Her new cellmate warns her, your life is about to get exhausting. Don't do that. It's fine. I don't think it's going to be fine.
Oh, God.
She's so scared that she gets up and leaves while Eleanor stares down Mask Girl, who's just chowing down on her food with this adulterer. You just know Eleanor is going to send her the 3 minions to fuck up Mask Girl, okay? When she's on work duty, Mask Girl is working the laundry. She's washing all the uniforms. The door slams open. The other workers, the prisoners and the guards, they're all sent out. Momi turns around and now she's just alone, standing in front of the 3 fucking minions. Of course Eleanor's not there. She doesn't involve herself in the dirty work. They sneak upon her and she stares at them before leaning down to get back to the laundry.
Predictions. Mask Girl is gonna beat the shit out of these 3 minions. You know what I'm saying? Cause Mask Girl ain't one of them girls that's just gonna take a punch and not punch back. From what I'm seeing, from the storytelling story is telling me. I meant to say Stephanie, but you know, you feel me? Big boom.
Of course Eleanor's not there. She doesn't involve herself in the dirty work.
Eleanor ain't standing on business.
Her, and she stares at them before leaning down to get back
she is,
to the
but by
laundry
proxy.
machine. And they shove her into an open washing machine.
Oh, shit.
They keep sing-songing that her whole face is plastic, that she's ugly, her head is as shiny as an apple.
I thought Mask Girl was gonna fight back.
Yeah, and they're like saying really degrading things, and the minions are all laughing, and they're like, stay in your own lane unless you want to get fucked. Momi gets up out of the washer and stares at them. What the fuck are you staring at? You want me to make your face all crooked again? Momi walks up, puts her face right up to Minion 1's. This Minion 1 is the very vocal one. She's the one that's like, right? I said,
That's exactly
stay in
what
your
she
lane,
sound
Mask
like.
Girl. And if I don't? This fucking bit. Before she can say anything, Momi pulls her head back and slams it against Minion 1's face, sending her flying back. She jumps, straddles her, and starts fucking her up. Even when the other 2 pull her off, she gets right back and starts biting Minion 1. The way that she's fighting this girl is like a dog on a mission is the only way I can explain it. It's not even a normal fight that you would see in the dramas where she's taken on 3 people. It's like the other 2 minions are pulling her back and she's like needs to be chained to stay away from Minion 1. She's laser focused on Minion 1 and beating her up.
Damn.
So they can't overpower her?
They do. They beat her up. And by the time that she's thrown into solitary confinement, she's like busted. She can't even walk on her own.
Damn.
She spends 2 weeks in there and then she's released back to her cell at night. Her cellmate flips over on the top bunk. I told you to keep it low key, Mask Girl. The key is to not stir shit up, you know? Be quiet and just get out on good behavior while you're still young. It's the only option. You know what they say? The nail that sticks out is bound to get hammered. Does Mask Girl listen to her? No. The next day, when Mask Girl spots the minions, she goes into attack mode like a crazy dog. Literally a dog on a mission. Doesn't matter if she's being kicked or drugged. She's only wanting to beat up Minion 1. The other 2 minions are invisible to her. She wants to fuck up Minion 1. So this time again, she's all beaten up by the time that she's thrown into solitary. And when she's released 2 weeks later, she joins everyone in the cafeteria. She grabs her food and starts walking. And we see her feet walk faster and faster, and she like kind of hangs her tray so all the food slops down onto the ground, and she's running towards Eleanor and her minions now, and she uses her food tray to smack minion 1 across the face and starts going fucking at it again, and everyone's screaming, and every other prisoner is like, this girl is crazier than we thought.
Oh God.
Like, imagine spending time and time again getting beaten up, spending time in solitary, and you cannot give this up. This is not a normal human train of thought. Even these criminals are like, you know what? Probably after 2 weeks in solitary, I'd keep it low key.
Yeah, maybe. No.
No. Everyone has to pull her off, and she's sent back into solitary confinement.
It's insane.
And then
But she only attacks Minion 1.
only Minion 1.
Not Eleanor?
No.
Why only Minion 1?
Because Minion 1 is the one that shoved her in the laundry machine, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's released 2 weeks later. It's laundry day for the prisoners. They're all hang drying their sheets in the yard.
Why are you speaking like that?
Momi gets released and she starts smiling as she goes through the sheets looking for her target. Once more. This is like fucking 3 months, y'all. 3 months of this shit on repeat. Just imagine how crazy this is. Everyone is fucking
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Minion 1, I'd be terrified.
months of this shit on repeat. Just imagine how crazy this is. Everyone is fucking terrified of her. And each time that she comes for the minions, their reactions change. At first, they're like, let's beat her up, let's get her, right? But slowly, as they see the slow, sick smile on her face, they start getting scared. They start running away from her. Momi drags her down in the sheets, wraps her around with a sheet, and starts beating her again. Minion 1?
Oh my gosh.
Before she's thrown into solitary confinement and released 2 weeks later. But this time, Momi is released in the yard. And she stands there. No one's talking to her. She stands and she waits. And the 3 minions are walking and chatting. The minute they make eye contact, Momi smiles. And the so tough, so bad, so criminal, so cool 3 minions start booking it away from Momi. They're running full speed, running for their lives. And Momi is a motherfucking track star. She chases down Minion 1, the one that stuffed her in the washer, throws her on the ground, straddles her, and lifts her fist in the air. And Minion 1 is screaming, please, I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I apologize. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Momi is about to punch her when a voice screams, come on, which is stop. It's Eleanor. The whole yard is watching. Let's stop bothering each other, okay, Mask Girl? You stay away from us, we'll stay away from you. Got it? The minion under Momi is wriggling around like a little centipede. Say okay, just say okay! Momi gets up silently and walks off. And when she passes her cellmate, she throws up a peace sign. And everyone in the yard knew from that day forward, don't fuck with Momi. She's unhinged. You fuck with her, she's a dog on a mission. It doesn't matter. They can throw her in solitary confinement. They can do whatever. The minute she comes out, your face is going to get rearranged. Yeah. Like, can you imagine dealing with someone like that? That's so scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
They're determined.
Yeah, determination is scary.
Yeah, it's scary. Yes.
It is.
Wow.
That's more than determination.
So with no money,
That's
no
insanity.
influence, that's how Momi became untouchable, just by being unhinged, you know? And I always think about that. Like, someone wants to kidnap you, take a dump. Surprise shit on the sidewalk.
What?
Honey, you're constipated. Like,
What the?
Surprise pee. Woohoo. You know? There will probably be a TikTok video out there of you covered in pee and piss. Pee and poo, but at least you have freedom. You know, that's what I like to call America, the land of the free.
Home of the brave.
Now the
Wonder if we
episode jumps to
Monday
2023.
Land of the free, home of the brave. Allegory of the cave got me wondering if we modern day slaves. Yeah, the truth hit harder than tidal waves. Hold on. Let me write that down. Where is? Wait a second.
Now the episode jumps to 2023. There's a new actress.
What?
So there's 4 actresses actually that played Mask Girl. So there was the original Mask Girl, right, that was doing the mask part, but then the mask dancer was actually a different person.
oh.
Yes.
Like, whenever she put on a mask, it's a different person?
It's a different actress.
Wow.
And then the third one was Nana, who is the actress that plays Mask Girl. This is post-surgery Mask Girl. And then now we have old Mask Girl.
Oh, she's old now?
Yeah, she's like 40s now.
How old? How long was she in?
Wow, this is like... Wow.
Yeah, and she's cut her hair to be a bob, and she just gets by in prison. She has good behavior, doesn't cause a fuss. She's friendly with her cellmate, just stays in her own lane. And now she's sitting in the auditorium listening to another warden go on and on about how they're the new warden and they're going to change all the prisoners. Out of all the ones that have tried in the past, it's going to be this warden, they said. And this warden is obsessed with Jesus, the Bible. She's super religious. She believes all prisoners can be saved by God, which I'm not saying is bad or good, right? That's whatever, right?
Yeah.
But she is kind of creepy in the sense that her religion, the way she talks about it, kind of reminds me of a cult. So like she's a warden, right? But she makes everyone say "I love you" to her.
To the warden?
Yeah, like in a chant, in uniform. And as they pass her, she's like, 사랑해요. And then they have to say it back. And it's just really weird. And everyone's like, she's giving cult vibes. Literally, the inmates are like, I think that she has dreams of running a cult. And that's why she became a warden. And now she's forcing us to be her fucking cult members. So it's under this new warden that Momi's like, okay, well, maybe Jesus can help me escape. So all because of a letter that she received. Momi had not been receiving any letters since the day that she got in prison. This is the first one she's ever gotten. And it's not even a letter. She opens it up and it's a printed out digital article about is violence genetic? It's got Mask Girl's face on there. And Mask Girl's confused. She's trying to flip through the article, read about it, and she's like, what does this even mean? And in the back, in Sharpie, someone wrote, it's your turn to feel what it's like when your child is completely broken. Bitch. That was the day that Mask Girl starts plotting her escape. She read that article every single second of every single day for a full week. She knew she had to get out. There was no other option. She took fabric from her job as a sewer in the prison, and she was going to use that to climb over the edge of the wall. And in the end,
Wait, why does she want to get out?
she thinks her daughter's in danger somehow.
Yeah, she wants to save her daughter.
Oh, someone's targeting her daughter.
Yeah.
So she's trying to go out and protect the daughter?
Yeah.
Who is the grandma that was smiling
She
when?
cares.
Yeah.
I think she cared, but
her
like,
weird
how could
little
she
way.
reach out to her daughter in a way that wouldn't just complicate her daughter's life?
The grandma was Mask Girl. Oh my God. Because, she's old by now, right? 40 isn't really that old, though. Let's see.
Escaping the prison is probably not the top way to
Yeah.
reach out to your daughter.
Maybe she won't reach out to her daughter, just watch her from afar. and make
Watch
sure
over her
nothing- I
top
don't know.
lives.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like a
what?
psychotic guardian
but like
angel.
I think that she did not reach out, not because she didn't love her daughter, but I think that she genuinely imagine also how her daughter would feel if she's growing attachment with this mom in prison, but it's like this whole life crisis of like, why do I feel any sort of affection for someone who killed people? It must be very confusing, right?
Yeah.
So in the end, she's got help from her cellmate, and it was arguably an okay plan, but it fails. She ends up falling from the wall before she can cross over and is thrown in solitary confinement. And for a moment, we think that Momi has given up her dreams of getting out there to save her daughter from whoever is after her kid. But she comes out of solitary confinement with this weird smirk on her face, a little smile. She gets back to her cellmate. Hello, my friend. What? My
Yeah,
friend? What's
I'm
wrong with
good.
you? Something's weird about you. Did you bonk your head in solitary confinement? No. I feel better now. After solitary confinement, you feel better?
Right.
Yes. Because I discovered I'm a child of Jesus. And he's helped me see the light. And I see the way, my friend. I feel at ease for once. And the warden is eating it up. It seems like the warden has been waiting for someone to spread her message to
I see what it
validate
is.
herself and what she did. She's like, that's right. I fucking changed a prisoner, okay? I did that. I need to go to heaven. Where's my brownie points, right? But even the cellmates are questioning the shit out of Momi. They're confused, like what this changes. She keeps calling everyone my friend and
She's
smiling
sucking up
and
to the
talking about
warden
being a
so that
child
the
of
warden-
Christ. Anyway, they're walking away from the yard one day when they hear someone crying. It's Eleanor. What's going on there? You don't know? Turns out the evil bitch does have tears. Her daughter needs a kidney transplant and she turned out not to be a match.
Ooh.
Momi walks up to Eleanor. 언니, fuck off. 언니, if you don't want to die, fuck off, okay? What's your daughter's blood type? If I'm viable, I would like to give your daughter my kidney. What?
Wait, Eleanor is the mean prisoner.
Yes.
She's crying now. because her daughter is sick and needs a
And
kidney.
Mask Girl is trying to give.
But I thought you say she has a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess no one's a match. No one wants to give them a kidney.
Okay.
Yeah, weird, right?
What?
What's her blood type? AB, young? AB. Oh, what a relief. My blood is also AB. The next day, Eleanor runs to Momi, so happy, hugging her. Momi, you're a match. Oh my God, this is a miracle. Thank you so much. How could I ever thank you?
Get me out of here.
No. There is nothing you can do to repay me. I think she's trying to get out super early on good behavior, or she's trying to use this kidney transplant as an opportunity to escape. I'm not sure, right?
I'm on
She's got to
timing.
be transported to a hospital for this kidney transplant.
So you're telling me two of the toughest people in prison,
Yeah.
Eleanor
Yeah.
and Mask Girl, are both like so very into their kids,
Yeah.
but they're like so tough.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I'll do anything for my baby girl.
For my baby girlies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, that's funny.
At another one of these religious meetings, the warden is pulling out all the stops, even bringing in volunteers to talk to inmates. Many of them have a favorite, and a lot of them love Kimomi. She's the one that has been saved, the one that's been seen, the one that has changed, is on a new path.
Right.
The path of enlightenment, you know? And as the meeting comes to an end, Momi gets up from her chair with that religious smile. I don't know. You watch the drama, there's a religious smile that she does. Okay?
Religious smile.
And
Hey, can you do it?
it's like a... And then a voice calls her from behind. Momi! Momi turns around, but she can't really register who this grandma is. It's me. Nathan's mom. Karen.
Nathan's mom?
The coworker. Remember the one that shot Cynthia?
Oh my God.
The coworker.
His mom.
I
That
thought she
she killed?
died.
Yeah, the coworker she killed, Nathan. But the thing is, Momi thought that she was dead because she vividly remembers putting her into the car and pushing that car into the lake and drowning her.
Oh.
But what she didn't know is after she ran off, Nathan's mom, Karen, woke up in that car because she was knocked out, grabbed her shotgun, blew out the window, and swam up.
Okay.
And now she's had a ton of plastic surgery to change her face.
So
Okay.
it might.
Yeah.
Why did
So
she?
it might have been Nathan's mom that was looking at Mimo's like beating the shit out of Yeti. Oh my God, the twists and turns in here is twisty and turny, bruh.
Well, let me explain. She says,
Yes.
You got my letter, right? You never responded, and I was saddened. It seemed like you didn't care to see how I was doing. That day that I crawled out of that lake, I was born again. Father God gave me another life to live so that I could punish the devil of a bitch. And that's been my whole life now.
I ain't gonna lie. Talk
So
about
Karen
obsessed.
gets surgery the minute that she's out of the lake to find
don't blame
Momi
her.
away from the police. So this is at this point, Momi hadn't been arrested.
Okay.
Right? And she redoes her whole face. She gets a new ID. She finds a place to live, all to hunt down the masked girl. But then a year later, Masked Girl is all over the news for turning herself in. And she goes to church and she prays, is this really your will, God? And Karen thought about moving on, but there's no way, you know? So out of curiosity, she went to see if she could she could find Momi's mom. And there she saw Mimo. She knew it was Momi's kid from the get-go. She could see that bitch in her, she said. So she concocted this plan where she was going to be tteokbokki grandma.
What?
She was going to set up a tteokbokki stand right there where Mimo goes to school, lure
my
her
God.
in with free tteokbokki and get closer and closer to her, being this kind, sweet, nurturing grandma, the mother figure that she never had. But behind the scenes, she was the one ruining her. Remember Mimo's first school? Mimo's best friend's parents found out that she was Masked Girl's daughter and refused to let their kids play with her anymore. That was the start of her original villain story, right? Well, one day the moms were eating tteokbokki at the stand,
She
and tteokbokki grandma,
snitched.
Karen, mentions, I heard something scary recently.
Wow.
Excuse me, ma'am? Oh, sorry, I was just talking to myself. Another
my God.
customer was telling me how Masked Girl, do you guys know Masked Girl? Serial killer. Has a daughter that goes to this school right there down the block. Masked Girl? You know the one that wore that sexy mask and killed like 3 people? I heard her daughter is in the 1st grade here. 1st grade? That's our kids' class. What's her name? Oh man. Man, it was something kind of strange. Something like Mimo? Mimo? The parents freak out, and now Mimo has no one. She actually ends up going to Tteokbokki grandma, tears streaming down her face. Oh my God, Mimo, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Grandma, the kids, they're all bullying me. Okay, you listen carefully now, okay, Mimo? If someone ever makes fun of you, you have to punish them twice as hard.
Oh my god.
It's the only...
The cake rice grandma has been grooming mini mask girl. Nigga, this is like a 32-step plan. What the hell? That's so crazy. I ain't gonna lie, talk about obsessed for real, for real. Mask girl did kill her son, but you know, Mask girl's in prison. Her daughter ain't got nothing to do with it now. That's, some people take this revenge shit a little bit too far. Just a tad bit. Okay, maybe a lot, I ain't gonna lie.
Now, okay, Mimo? If someone ever makes fun of you, you have to punish them twice as hard.
Oh my god.
It's the only way. I don't even know how to do that. You've got to make sure that they never do anything like that ever again. Mimo had to move away, and she cried to Tteokbokki grandma about how she has to switch schools. It's okay. I'll go visit you often, okay? Just leave me your new address. Mimo jumps up to give her a big hug because she is the only caring person in Mimo's life. But
Damn.
she's ruining Mimo's life and she doesn't even know.
Yeah, that's
Now, remember
so
Mimo's
sad.
girlfriend / best friend, the ultimate betrayal? So we thought that Yeti told her friend who the bully was, you know?
It was the grandma.
But we get a flashback and she just used it as a distraction. She said, Mimo's mom is, and the girls are anticipating. And she slaps their arm away and starts running off.
Oh.
But the
my
grandma was
gosh.
there in the alleyway. And she said, I know who Mimo's mom is.
Damn.
And she tells the girls. Yeah, and her little evil master plan worked because Kim Mimo was all alone, for good now, truly alone. And she waited for that knock on that door. She smiled, and then she opened it. Oh my God, Mimo, what are you doing here? What's going on? Grandma. Oh my God, get in the house. Come on. My Lord, how did you even find... Oh my goodness, what happened?
Dude, so grandma became the
Yes.
Oh,
caretaker? Oh.
Karen tells Momi all of this in the prison, and Momi is shaking with anger, hatred, shock. Her body is literally shaking. Karen gets up close and personal and says, it's time you feel it yourself. What it's like when your kid is completely destroyed and disappears. Before Momi can react, she bows and says loudly, I will keep you in my prayers, miss.
Who said this?
Karen.
the grandma.
Okay.
And as she's walking off, Momi tries to attack her. She barely does anything, but good old Karen dramatically throws herself onto the ground and clutches her Bible. And she's like, you gotta stop her. She's gonna kill someone. She just said she's gonna kill someone. She's Nathan's mother. She's Nathan's mother. And Karen says, I think she must have mistaken me for someone else. Please don't let her leave. Please, you have to. She just told me she's gonna kill someone. Momi looks crazy. She's being held back by all the guards. I mean, all the work that she's put in, the progress. It seems like this incident was going to set her back quite a bit. Even after she's thrown in her cell, she's banging on the door, begging the guards, please, you have to stop her. She's going to kill someone. Not a single soul believed her. Except Eleanor. Eleanor wants her to be happy and healthy for the kidney transplant. Come on, you can't be stressed. Your cortisol levels are through the roof.
What the hell?
I'll help you track down that lady. You know, in exchange for your fucking kidney.
Right.
So she gives Mimo her mom's number. Mimo's mom's number, the grandma's number. Mimo didn't have it. And this would be the easiest way to ask about Mimo. And she's like trying to tell her mom to warning her if Mimo has any sort of older woman in her life, like you need to do something. But at this point, Mimo is already full on living with Tteokbokki grandma. And Momi's mom wants nothing to do with her. She hangs up on her.
Damn.
And she says, don't you ever call back. If you actually care about Mimo, don't you dare call.
Damn,
My
bro,
mom
this...
has been tansori. Oh, look at that usage of Korean. She's been nagging me that my Korean has gotten worse and I haven't been
Tansori.
using it much. She's been
Rosetta
urging me to
Stone.
go to one of those Korean classes on Saturdays in person at like a local church. You know what I'm talking about, okay? And I used to hate those lessons.
A local
I felt like I
church.
never learned anything from those lessons. We used to do like vocab flashcards. What am I getting out of that? But I've been learning Chinese recently with Rosetta Stone, and I started picking up some Korean lessons.
I'm
here
so
and there.
on timing,
It is
bro.
so easy on Rosetta Stone. It's so intuitive.
I'm gonna go pee. Should I let this continue playing? You guys can watch it, and I don't particularly care about Rosetta. This has been crazy so far, though. I ain't gonna cap to you, bruh. I hope Mimo gets out of this situation intact, but the way this show is looking, I don't think that's happening, bruh.
Momi is so distraught. She can't even stay healthy for the kidney transplant, and that's worrying Eleanor. You know, her daughter needs a healthy kidney, not a stressed out one.
Right.
So she calls up her good buddies on the outside.
Can kidneys get stressed?
And she's like, get a picture of Mimo healthy and happy. How the fuck do we track her down?
Who's calling who?
Eleanor. She's calling her little minions on the outside.
Okay.
Who said anything about tracking her down? Get a random girl her age with the same hairstyle, throw her in a school uniform, and take a fucking picture. So she gets a picture and gives it to Momi. We didn't want to get too close, so that's why it's taken from a bit far. No, I understand, Eleanor. Thank you so much. Of course. I'm glad I could help. I know the surgery is tomorrow, and I just want you to feel a little bit more at peace, you know? Meanwhile, Karen is acting like the perfect grandma to Mimo, buying her clothes, cooking her home-cooked meals every single day. She even briefly mentions Nathan, that she had a son, but he's very far away right now. And now, Karen is looking to buy some camera gear. She's also buying some ropes, some duct tape, some stovetops. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's stovetop?
Like a gas cooking stovetop, portable, like one of those camping ones.
That's a great question, though, husband.
What could she possibly do with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
She goes back home to
What
check
you
on
mean?
Mimo.
Oh, yeah.
Mimo's not in the bedroom. Mimo? And then a door slides open. Happy birthday to you. It's Mimo holding a plate of homemade brownies with a candle on top.
For grandma?
Yeah. How did you know it was my birthday today? I saw your ID in the drawer. Grandma Karen looks confused, but she blows out the candle. Grandma, I just want you to know you're my real grandma. So please, you have to live a long, healthy life.
So Mimo now it's like a really good
She
kid.
just needed a mother figure.
Oh.
That night, when Mimo falls asleep, Grandma Karen puts on her jacket, grabs her kidnap stash, and goes into the secret compartment of her house. So behind a bookcase, there's this underground cellar. And apparently the home that she bought used to be a fermented seafood restaurant, so they had an underground bunker to ferment all the food.
Like Parasite?
Yeah. The next morning, Karen preps a huge breakfast for Mimo. The soup is filled with sedatives. And while eating, Mimo says, Grandma, I think I'm going to start working.
Like Parasite. What?
Work? For what? What do you mean for what? So I can earn money and buy you clothes and send you on vacation and buy you all the yummy food, of course. I'm going to make sure that you live a long, healthy life.
Damn.
Karen looks a little hesitant, but she snaps back into it. Hurry and eat. And don't forget to drink your soup. Mimo smiles and drinks up, but her real grandma is still out there thinking of her. She's trying to find a way to figure out what the hell is going on. So she calls around.
The real grandma cares.
Yeah, she's calling around asking about, she remembers her granddaughter saying something about some tteokbokki grandma stand. She's asking for addresses and someone gives it to her from the local church, but she's still very confused on like how tteokbokki grandma has anything to do with this, but there's a knock on her door.
Tteokbokki grandma's door?
No, on real grandma's door.
Oh, okay.
And it's Yeti, the friend, the best friend.
Okay.
Remember Mimo's best friend?
Yeah.
From, okay.
The last school,
I thought she died.
What are you doing here? Grandma, there's a lady called Tteokbokki Grandma, and I think something is seriously wrong with her, and she's hurting Mimo. The two rush into a taxi, and Grandma was able to get the address to Tteokbokki Grandma, but she had no idea if Tteokbokki Grandma was actually bad. So they give the taxi the address, and as they're zooming there, Grandma is saying, wait, so you're telling me Tteokbokki Grandma is the one that told everyone that Mimo's mom is Mask Girl? Yes, I wanted to find out who started the rumor so that I could tell Mimo that it wasn't me, and they all said that it was some grandma that used to sell tteokbokki. Which I thought was weird because it always seemed like that grandma was very kind and fond of Mimo, so why would she start the rumor? Meanwhile, Momi is taken to the hospital to donate her kidney. And apparently the hospital isn't allowed to know that she's donating her kidney to the rich lady's daughter, so she has to go in plain clothes with plain clothes officers. She has 2 female officers in plain clothes with her in the private room while she's changing into her hospital gown. Could I get a Bible, please? A what? A Bible. Do you really need a Bible right now? Yes, this is a rather big operation. I would like to be close to God.
Right.
One of them puts the handcuffs back on her and says, can you handle it while I go get a Bible? Yeah, no problem. One of the officers leaves to get a Bible, and Momi is handcuffed. I have to use the restroom. You can wait until she gets the Bible. I really have to use the restroom right now. Okay. They unhandcuff her and handcuff her to the bathroom like railing.
Stall. Okay, yeah.
And she's sitting there. How do you expect me to use the restroom handcuffed like this? Sorry, not my rules. Well, I feel humiliated. You know, I volunteered to give a kidney. Okay? Not my rules. Fine. I don't want to give my kidney anymore.
Damn.
Why should I have to withstand such humiliation when I offered to do something nice for someone? Call the warden. I want to go back.
She understands he's in a position of power now.
The officer toys with the idea that technically it will be her fault that Momi backs out. So she undoes the handcuff. And right when she turns around to give Momi some privacy,
it's over.
Momi grabs the lid to the toilet and slams it against her head.
Damn.
She jumps out the hospital window, landing hard on the concrete. But like somehow she's got the same genetic makeup as the fucking Hulk because this lady survives. She gets up, she steals a random car in the hospital lot and starts driving. And like a lot of people leave when they're briefly bringing someone to something, they'll like leave a phone as the navigation in the car. And there's a phone. So she dials her mom's number that she's memorized, okay? Mom, please don't hang up. You have to listen to me for once. Mimo is in danger. Mimo's in danger? What do you mean? Nathan's mom has been stalking Mimo and I think she's been making her life miserable to do something to her, maybe kill her. Nathan's mom? Do you know anything about her? I think she's with her right now. I'm on my way to see her right now. You're on the way? You can't go. Please, you can't. It's so dangerous. You have to call the police instead. If you know the address, give it to me right now. Grandma gives it to Momi, and she stops the taxi and forcibly pushes Yeti out because now she knows it's dangerous. So she's like, you cannot come with me. Yeti gets pushed out, but Yeti just grabs the next taxi, and she memorized the address too. So she's headed over there. It's supposed to be a family reunion,
tenacious
okay?
as hell,
So
yeah.
everyone cares about
Mimo.
Mimo so much.
Yeah.
So Momi,
Wow.
Grandma, and Yeti about to pull up
Mimo's the
to
biggest
Nathan's
victim.
mom's
She
house.
wakes up tied up in the underground cellar, and
What?
Karen is trying to get the camera to work, but it's not turning on, and she's reading the manual. Mimo's got duct tape on her mouth, and she's putting two and two together. She's devastated that Grandma, the one that she treated as the real Grandma, was just another person to betray her.
Damn.
You're awake. Mimo, you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. I want to say I'm sorry. This isn't about you. It's your mother's fault. Do you know how my son died? Your mom butchered him, cut him into pieces. And I didn't really want to have to come this far, but
I ain't gonna lie, you crazy Ajuma. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, I didn't do it. Why am I tied up, bruh?
your mom butchered him, cut him into
Lord.
pieces. And I didn't really want to have to come this far, but you came to me. And I wanted to rub it in your mom's face, so I went to her prison. And let me tell you, she just had this peaceful look on her fucking face. She looked so peaceful. She even had the audacity to tell me that she found salvation. That lying slut. Salvation? I've lived my whole life in hell. I'm sorry. I just want to tell you, though, one last time. You've done nothing wrong. But if you want to blame someone, you can blame your mom. Karen walks over to the camera and presses around, and it finally clicks on. There we go. Now we can show your mother your last moments.
Spring
Mimo's
water.
grunting behind the tape. What, you've got something to say?
Oh.
Mimo nods. Karen takes off the tape. What is it? Grandma, it's so cold. Grandma Karen puts her jacket on. Grandma, please, I'm so sorry. Please let me live. I shouldn't have ripped it off. Grandma Karen forces the duct tape back on her mouth and starts cooking up a stove. She's trying to kill her with carbon monoxide poisoning. And then the doorbell rings. The police are there. We got a call that you're holding a little girl captive in here. Well, sir, you can look around all you want, but that's not true. He looks around. There's nothing because she's in the hidden
Yeah, she's in the hidden,
cellar.
the bookcase.
Nothing. But as he's walking out, he hears someone scream, "Help!" And he leans.
It was just one policeman?
No, one's in the car.
Oh.
And he leans into
shit.
the car and says, "I'm going to do another search. I'll be right back."
He's
Why
dead.
is he going alone?
He's
Yeah.
dead.
That's
Yeah, that's
weird.
dumb.
So he's about to walk back in,
He's dead.
but he gets a radio on his thing that interrupts him.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you a little flashback to what Momi's doing, okay?
Phew,
She's driving as
your
fast as possible
flashback
to Karen's
sounds.
house, but her car runs out of gas. She ends up hitchhiking with a woman who stops on the side of the road, and she's got this wound on her face and it's bleeding and she looks really messed up. Momi. Because she like jumped out of a hospital building.
Yeah.
And the woman looks hesitant to give her a ride, and she explains that she and her husband got into a really nasty fight, so she needs a ride back home. Now the lady is like, okay, fine, get in. So she's out here singing, the lady that's driving, dancing in the car, making this a road trip, talking to Momi about how her and her husband also fight. Her husband's also a useless deadbeat. But the song cuts. Breaking news. Masked girl, a known serial killer, has escaped while receiving treatment from the hospital. She has short hair, 5 feet, 5 inches tall, and has a wound on her face from her escape. If you spot this woman, please immediately alert the authorities. The car is now dead silent. And the driver...
Could you imagine, bro? You sitting in the car with Masked girl, your face like this. What's the first thing you say? Like, so, taxes. It's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, we all hate taxes, don't we?
The car is now dead silent.
Yeah,
and
it
the
is.
driver refuses to look over. She's gripping her wheel. And Momi looks at her. Excuse me? Yes. Yes. How can I help you? Actually, if you could just stop, I'd like to get out now. Okay. She stops the car and Momi gets out and runs into the woods for a shortcut to Karen's house. And the driver calls the cops.
Oh.
Karen's working faster though, okay? She's putting more duct tape on Mimo's mouth. I should just get this over with. It's because I'm too soft, you know? My heart is too soft and weak, but what goes around comes around. This is a sound and fair punishment.
No.
This is after the cop left.
Yes. So we actually see the cop get a radio around this time. And it's saying, fugitive on the loose near your area. Because she just called. The driver just called.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mimo's real grandma arrives at the house first. And she asks the taxi driver, can you please just wait? I'm just grabbing my granddaughter. But he refuses.
Damn.
Why?
It's too late. Karen, he's like, I got other calls, lady.
Oh, okay.
Karen is setting a charcoal stove on fire. She's going to kill her from carbon monoxide. And Karen lights the grill and walks upstairs. But in the kitchen, she runs into Mimo's real grandma. What the hell are you doing in here like a thief? Grandma hears Mimo scream. What did a child do to deserve something like this? Karen pushes her down, ready to kill her, but Yeti runs in. Grandma! Mimo's grandma uses this as a chance to throw herself onto Karen, and she's screaming, she's downstairs, go get Mimo, she's downstairs. Yeti leaves, runs downstairs. Mimo is already passing out. Yeti runs to turn off the stoves. They're both coughing. She rips off the mask. What the hell are you doing in here? Mimo, I'm so sorry. I only lied to you because I wanted you to like me. I'm sorry about lying about my family. I'm so sorry. And I never spread that rumor about you. I swear on my life. I know. They hug it out, but they're still trapped in there. So they gotta untie Mimo, and Yeti is having a hard time. And thankfully, right at that moment, a woman appears at the top of the stairs.
Masked girl.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it's actually really sad. Right before she comes, she goes into the kitchen where she sees Karen passed out, and her mom has been stabbed in the neck.
Oh.
Wait.
The real grandma has been stabbed in the neck. And she's crying, Mom! And she says, it's okay. Go get Mimo.
Oh.
So Momi runs down into the basement and starts helping untie Mimo, but Yeti is confused and she has no idea who this person is. And she's like, who are you? And Mimo, the way that she's staring at Momi, I think she kind of knows, has a feeling. And they untie Mimo and they try to help her out, but at the top of the stairs, Karen appears with a long 15-inch bloodied kitchen knife. Now what is this? You came to me by your own free will, is that right? You're sick of being alive, aren't you, Momi? You had to go this far. This is all because of you. Momi shields the girls and starts wrestling with Karen, who grabs the shotgun from the corner. And Momi screams, get out of here now! So the girls run past her, only to come into the kitchen where Grandma is covered in blood. And Mimo hugs her and says, Grandma, no, please, Grandma, I'm so sorry, I messed up. And she says, Mimo, yes, Grandma, I'm so sorry. And she says, Grandma is sorry. And then she dies.
Oh, no.
Yo. Hey, yo.
Are you really like, she's really tearing
And then
up.
she dies. Those were her last words.
Damn.
And Mimo, she doesn't even have time to grieve because they hear slow footsteps coming up the cellar. Mimo and Yeti kind of hide behind the door, ready to fight. They don't know who it's going to be. I mean, who's scarier, to be honest, right? Karen or Momi?
Right.
Momi comes up covered in blood, and the authorities arrive. They go outside. Momi puts her hands in the air. But before SWAT can go in, Karen comes out with her shotgun. And everyone's like, is that a gun? And the SWAT team used the intercom. Harmony, Grandma, put down the gun. Put down the gun. And she says, you need to feel my pain. Karen points the shotgun at Masked Girl, but slowly turns it to Mimo, the daughter, and is about to fire. But in that instant, 2 people are shot. One by the bullet from Karen's gun and the other by the police. So we see Karen is hunched over dead by the front door. And Mimo's cries can be heard in the silent night. Her mom is on top of her body and she shielded her. And right before she dies, she gives one smile to Mimo and then dies. And she's just crying.
Damn.
And it's so sad because she doesn't even cry out for her mom. So when it was her grandma, she kept saying like, Harmony, as she's crying, right? But I think this is such a mixed feeling. So she's just crying. She doesn't even like cry, Oma. Like I can't even imagine like what that feeling is, right? But now everything has changed. So we get a flash forward. Mimo is now living with Yeti. Yeti's nice parents are her temporary guardians.
Damn.
She's back in school, and the hate that she feels for everyone is no longer there. And the woman, her mom, that used to appear in her dreams, the Masked Girl, is no longer in her dreams. But we do see her coming to Grandma's house to clean out some of the stuff, and she finds cassette tapes from talent shows back in the day. And she watches while she's crying as her mom, little elementary school Masked Girl, is dancing. And at the end, the announcer asks little Momi what her dream is. And she says, I want to be someone that everybody loves. And she cries as she watches. And that is the end of the show, Masked Girl.
Aww.
They're good.
They're good.
I think the first half you did was still kind of like,
Fun.
yeah, it's kind of fun
Yeah.
and also unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, what are you saying? Like, how does someone just turn into a serial killer like this and just everyone's so, you know, but then I feel like the last episode, it really hit home on
Yeah.
the emotions.
Yeah.
Like you see how, you know, the society failed someone because she doesn't look conventionally attractive. You know, it's just so much deeper than
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so how I saw it, right? If we want to go into like a deep psychological breakdown
Talk
of
to
the
me.
characters,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I think Momi Masked Girl is the embodiment of someone who
Conforms?
like tried their best, but that female rage is like the strongest characteristic of her. Like
Yeah.
even the way that she kills her victims, it's like that pure female rage of being used for her body, being
Yep.
sexualized, being objectified, you know? But then at the same time, not being good enough because she's not pretty, but she's still being objectified. So it's like that pure female rage that
It almost feels
unleashes-
justified
even
from her.
in prison, I think it's just like pure female rage embodied. And her whole life is that. And then for Karen, I think she falls into that very strong Korean patriarchal mom stereotype where her son can do no wrong. Now, I'm not saying that Nathan's murder is justified, but it's the fact that she does not even see how Nathan could have played a role. Even the way that she is confronted with all the evidence found in Nathan's home, like all the
just
creepy
ignores it.
things.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
like that's nothing to her. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like boys will be boys to her. So she's like that kind of characteristic. Mimo is more of like kind of like the mixture of the female rage, but like still trying to fight and like find an ethical balance. And then the real grandma, she gives me strong stereotypical Korean grandma vibes in the sense that she wants to physically care for her children so
not
that she
psychologically.
does her job, but she doesn't
mean,
understand
emotionally.
that doing your job as a parent or a grandparent implies medical help or not medical help, mental help as well.
Yeah.
So it's like that pure Korean like parenting
And
style.
lot. My parents
and then
didn't
another thing
understand
that I
that
found that
either.
was very interesting, because I saw people trying to dissect this show online, and I just didn't like feel the end explanations that a lot of people were feeling. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people are saying, oh, Momi dies because her whole life she was chasing prettiness. But I feel like that's so superficial.
Yeah, I think it was.
that's-
I
and
think
then
she
they
was
say,
chasing acceptance.
Karen
Said that.
dies,
Someone
like these
said-
online movie dissections.
Nah,
Someone said that Karen dies.
I think like she was chasing acceptance, and folks kept on pushing her to the level of violence. Except her reaction was always, I won't say over the top, but it definitely wasn't under the top. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was killing folks, bro. That's over the top in my opinion. But at the same time, I can't help but feel like, hey, you standing on business. You standing on business, man, girl. But you crazy as hell. I ain't gonna care to you, bro.
Like
said-
these online movie dissections. Someone said that Karen dies because she spent most of her life chasing revenge, and I'm like, I don't think that's what's going on.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I
It's
see
a
it
bit more.
differently, too.
Yeah. There was some Reddit that I kind of agreed with, because I will say that this is a female driven story, right?
Yeah.
So I saw some Redditors saying that whether you believe it or not, right? Whether you believe in these sentiments or not, a Redditor was saying the story feels more like how men, 'cause the only men that are depicted in this show, almost every single one, they only care about sex. The boss that she had a crush on, all these managers, Nathan, people think that that's done for a reason.
Yeah.
So these men, they just want sex. And because they create this atmosphere in society, women's lives are so thrown off balance, and there's so much struggle because of men's wants. And in the end, women end up killing each other because of a problem that men have created.
Yeah, but so yeah, I agree. I don't think it has to do with.
I typically stay out of like the red pill, blue pill world. A lot of men mad at the woman for the status quo, but the status quo was established by men. What y'all really mad about? Who y'all really mad at, bro? Y'all niggas need to leave the females alone and start looking at each other, bro. On God.
Have created.
Yeah, but so yeah, I agree. I don't think it has to do with like she's chasing
Pretty, yeah.
because I
That's
think
too
it was
superficial.
The last time she's saying she just want to be loved.
Yeah.
What is it? I want to be
Acceptance.
loved.
Yeah.
I think that's
Love.
what she's chasing after.
And people don't love anyone unless they're pretty in Korea.
Exactly. And this is how a bunch of unfortunate events unfolded because of that.
Yeah.
And ultimately, she wanted to be loved, right?
Damn, kudos to whoever came up with this storyline.
It sounds
Because
fire.
it's like done in such a very light way. Everything about the show feels so like, ugh, what the fuck, right? That it's fun to watch. But when you really sit there and dissect it, it could be like a whole day's worth of conversation, which I think
Yeah.
is the magic of it.
Those are
what
really
your
great shows.
thoughts? What are your thoughts on even like Yeti is such a complicated character. Like she just genuinely wants everyone's like good and bad.
Yeah.
Kinda like
Everyone's
real
pretty
life.
complicated. And I like it. What are your thoughts? What did you think like the end meant? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, it's way more complicated than she just wants to be pretty or seen as pretty. This was crazy. Should we watch the show? I kind of want to watch the show now. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro, because this was like a very, very good summarization of everything. But now I need to see it fully fleshed out. I need to see the visual portion of all of this. 8 episodes, that's not too bad. We could probably knock that out. It depends on how long the episodes are. Are they like an hour long? Let's see. Hold on. Oh, damn. These is not cheap. I said cheap. These is not short. Okay, bet. 7 episodes, basically an hour long, 7 hours. I'm down for this. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. Alright, first thing I gotta do is get rid of ads on this shit. Oh God. This was thoroughly enjoyable. Alright, this video is already long as hell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take up much more of y'all time. It's been your boy Try Blue, and in case I don't see you, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. But you know I'm gonna see you. You already know what it is. It's a daily thing. I love seeing your face, so I gotta pull up. You gotta pull up too.
It's the end, leave a like and share it to your friends and your kin, When I post a video, I'm gonna need y'all to attend, Thank you for the view, but I ain't done with you. 2023, I'm about to be Jordan with the flu, Yeah, join the tribe, Yeah, join the tribe. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe.